basically, I look at the Bidoofs on Pokemon Go and I go, they look like they genuinely actively enjoy sniffing farts, right?
Yeah, I was about to say they're fart huffers, right?
Guff huffers,
Yeah, exactly.
man.
A bunch of guff
Does
huffers.
this weird moan.
And this is the sound they make when they huff the guff, okay?
Yeah, that's it.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Worst Premade Ever podcast. I'm Jake. I'm joined with my regular co-hosts and also hosts. This is going well, isn't it?
Yep.
Gabby.
Hi, everybody. How's it going?
Hello. And we've also got Kath.
All right, how's it going?
All right, Bat. How's it going?
All right, Pat. Croeso i'r channel.
C. And Ellis.
Did you say C?
Yes, he did. And hello. I see the fact that you almost forgot your own name. Then I was.
Yeah, I did.
I was impressed
just
with
wanted
that.
to gloss over that section.
No,
there.
not
Good
letting
job.
that hang.
Okay, fine. And Alex.
The name's Age. Bond Age.
What?
That's good.
Come on, guy.
That's
Okay, cool. Good energy to go in.
Oh man, I like that. And so you might have noticed if you're watching on the YouTube channel, we're in our Sunday finery again. That can only mean one thing.
It's Wednesday.
We are doing. It's Wednesday. We're in our Wednesday.
Wednesday
We're in
finery.
our Wednesday finery. That can only mean one thing.
It's my birthday.
It is Kath's birthday. That is one thing that we're going to celebrate.
We're getting wankered
Also,
for Kath's birthday.
yeah, we're going to be trying out a new celebrity wine tasting today. Up on the menu today is Post Malone's Mason Number 9.
Genuinely, a really f***ing cool bottle.
Yeah.
Genuinely really cool, isn't it?
It is horrendously inconvenient to fit into any fridge.
Yeah,
if you
or
don't have a
bottle
tall
rack as
fridge.
well.
Yeah, it sits out by like 2 foot out of the bottle rack.
It doesn't even fit the fucking frame of the
I
camera, for
know,
God's sake.
but
It's
that's
so
just
tall.
a sign of how poor you are, okay? All right? We're not
Oh my
fucking
God.
with that. Anything that looks good is inconvenient, okay?
Function over
You
formality.
cannot convince me otherwise. I'm pretty sure Nick would attest to that as well, okay?
Oh, that's good. So yes, if you're listening to this podcast on Apple, iTunes, or Spotify, etc., you can see the YouTube version of this with our gorgeous faces over on YouTube. Equally, if you popped on the podcast and you're about to go out and you can't watch it on YouTube, go over to the Spotify and the Apple Podcast when you can listen to it there.
I was about to say,
as
iTunes
well.
doesn't exist anymore, by the way.
Oh,
Apple
No, it's
Podcast.
Apple Music now,
That's
but
the one.
they have yeeted iTunes as a thing.
So if you could go back in time about 10 to 15 years and then give us
Yeah.
a like on
Yeah.
iTunes,
Yeah,
that would
Yeah,
be
exactly.
bagging.
Yeah.
All those things.
All those things. Also, yeah, leave us a review as well. Hopefully not a shit one, but if you could, like, you know, any
be
kind
honest.
of review would do.
At least a 3-star. Come on.
Come on, yeah, come on.
2.5.
We're trying our best here. Look at that introduction and tell me that Jake did not try his best.
Flawless.
Flawless
Yes.
Thing is, if that's Jake trying his best, I would hate to see what it's like just when he's
We're not trying at all.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, I know what that is. That's when he forgets to record half a f***ing stream.
No, it wasn't half. It was
here
more.
we
It was more like
go.
3/4.
Yeah,
Here we
it was a
go.
lot.
It was just the one stream that I forgot to press record on after 6 years of recording the stream every time. And now suddenly it needs to be mentioned at every given opportunity. Remind me of how much
You
of a
see, now
I am.
I'm not sure what's worse: the fact that Jake forgot, and the fact that also no one else called him out on forgetting either.
Because we all forgot.
Yeah, I know.
we
We
didn't
all forgot.
know.
We all just assumed that we started recording and that was that.
But like Alex, you record yourself.
Yeah, but I think it's because I hit start streaming as well, and I think my mind just went straight.
I've pushed the
Press
button.
the
It's
button,
fine.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I can get that.
We're all good, lads.
Yeah, I
I
can get
checked
that.
if I pushed the button, but the button hadn't been pushed.
Yeah.
So
Anyway.
as you guys can tell, if you only listen to the podcast in some weird world, the actual YouTube channel side of things isn't going great. So that
Yeah, if you notice when the Magica 2 video comes out, half the clips are going to be like really low quality. That's my fault. We had to pull it off
Yeah.
Twitch and the quality's low.
at least
Sorry.
you know it's been a funny moment
Sorry.
though, so the context will be given.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that, the entire stream where there was a moment every 30 seconds can't be used.
Or it's
Yeah,
like
exactly.
that. Also, got so many compression artifacts. It's like, it's
Yeah.
just a
Yeah.
blurry mess.
Yeah, no, it doesn't look too bad to be fair, because there's not a huge amount of movement in it, so like it doesn't look,
Nah,
it doesn't
that's
look horrendous.
fair.
You're just gonna
Anyway-
have the top of my head in half of the clips.
Hey guys, this
Big
game's
cut
called
off.
Pixel.
Oh, so we're not going to get much of the clip.
Yeah, it's just going to be forehead.
We're going to be like, why is half the moon at the bottom of the screen?
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Why is the Dunkirk evacuation going on? I don't understand.
That's so savage. That comment is stuck.
Oh, yeah, that's a reference to another podcast, by the way, just in case.
Have we made that many podcasts we can now reference other ones?
Yeah,
yeah,
podcastception.
That big.
Actually,
Racking
one
them up.
thing that I
Seven,
did want to talk about really quickly is, do we need to put a process in place of what things we should save for streams and what we should save for podcasts? Because I've noticed this as a reoccurring thing now, is that if something funny happens in life and we want to talk about it, it's like, where's the place for it? Like, you have to decide whether or not, is this more of a podcast related discussion or is this a stream thing? Because otherwise we end up with Ellis the other day talking about his toilet seat on stream for like a second and then everyone been like, oh yeah mate, like
I don't think it makes a difference,
Gary's got a point.
either way it's just utter bollocks anyway,
But, like,
in both forms.
some things are more suited to podcasting. Do you know what I mean? Like, how do you separate the two?
Length is the way I did it.
Yes.
If your story can't be condensed into 20, 30 seconds without like losing context, then
Probably
it's got to
podcast.
go into.
That means everything
into,
I need to talk about is on the podcast then, because I can't keep
Yeah,
my lines
nah.
straight. I can't concentrate for like a minute.
The only
Listen, if you can condense throwing stories about throwing shit out of a window into like, and it makes it into a YouTube video, you're doing fine.
Yeah,
I
true.
don't really do enough to have any stories, but I have got a joke.
Okay, go on
Oh
then.
God.
Alright? It's fine. Right, if I've got a cricket ball in one hand
Yeah.
and a cricket ball in the other,
Yeah.
what have I got?
Two cricket
Two
balls.
balls.
No, I've got a huge cricket.
I've got huge cricket.
The silence that followed from no one getting
I've
it.
got
When you say
a huge cricket.
oh, I get it, because the
Thank
you.
cricket's got bollocks.
Oh, like a cricket-sized ball. I get it now. That's actually quite good.
Right. Nick, in the edit, can you just put cricket noises in before we all get the joke?
That'll work.
Oh,
Please,
so
that'd
good.
be
The fact that
great.
it took you so long to understand that joke just shows the levels of intelligence that
That would have to be a-
separates us.
Yeah, that would be a monumentally
obviously.
large cricket.
Because you're a higher being than
you're
us,
down
Alex.
here, we're up here. That's
Yeah.
what you're saying.
Alex is a higher being because he thinks about cricket's testicles.
And like,
Yeah.
If they even have testicles.
I don't think they do, but it's a joke, Ellis. Stop trying to just pick it apart. Like, well,
You
actually,
surpassed
crickets
us.
don't have testicles, they have vulvas. Some shit.
What?
You what, mate?
I was going to
yes,
say
the cricket for
vuvuzelas,
vuvuzelas.
but that's the South African.
What are you doing for your birthday, Kath?
Going out for food and drinks later, and I think we're going bowling tomorrow.
Oh,
Nice.
that sounds awesome.
Yeah.
We were planning to go to Bristol Zoo on Friday, and then
Oh, yeah.
I realised that Bristol Zoo have closed.
Yeah,
That's-
they're moving it. They're moving
Yeah.
it to like Filton or somewhere, I think.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, well, that gets that idea out the way. And then
Yeah.
we were going to go to the Welsh Botanical Gardens and then realised that it's going to be shitting down with rain on Friday. And
Okay,
it's like, well, that's not going to
Well-
happen either then.
Oh no! It is the
So-
Welsh Botanical Gardens. I guess it's not.
It is very Welsh. You know, we had great weather for what was it, like 2 weeks? And then
3
the
weeks.
one day that we come down to Wales for your party, it was absolutely shitting it down. It's just so quintessentially Wales. It's almost, do you know what it is? It's almost boring how stereotypical it is. Do you know what I mean? It's like, oh, it's, you know,
It's Wales, might as well-
raining
might as well
again.
rain.
Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, it's like,
There we go. There's a surprise.
fucking mix it up a bit, mate. Come on.
Right, should we do some wine before? Because I was already glassed out, so I don't want it to get warm.
Yeah. Okay. Let's do the wine. So this is so just for those of you who might have seen this episode or podcast episode for the first time. Last time we did Gary Barlow's wine.
It was
And
shit.
And it earned us a, if I'm looking at the chart correctly, two of the three of his wines were, was it foot tier
Yeah.
Yeah.
or barefoot tier, and then one was a D. The rosé was a D, and the red and white were.
I'm not entirely sure the
barefoot.
barefoot thing is appropriate. I would actually
No.
class it as worse than barefoot personally,
I see.
but it's
Well,
on that
okay.
level of.
That's probably a footnote.
Of
If
turd.
it could be rated worse, it probably
It,
would.
it probably would, yeah.
Put it this way, I wouldn't even use it in cooking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
would
Thinking
ruin the
of a little
pans.
little update. I forgot to say this. I gave them to the extra bottles that we bought by accident that ended
Yes.
up getting delivered. I gave those to my mum.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and she said they were fucking rancid as well. And like, she drinks
Really?
box wine regularly.
Oh, God.
Jeez,
And
that's not good, is
she
it?
thought they were rancid. The
Yeah, see,
only
my
one that
parents
was
li-
all
my
right was
parents liked
the rosé, I think. But she
Really?
had it like
Well, actually, my dad liked it.
it's either the rosé or the white, but she had them both like stone cold.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have to have it cold so you can't taste it.
Yeah.
And then it's at least on par with water.
Yeah, but apparently she thought they were absolutely rancid. Especially, she said the red was grim.
Yeah.
Like she
yeah,
said,
it was grim.
she'd rather buy a box of wine for the same price.
Echo Falls, jobs are
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, and she'd rather drink that.
It's the only wine
Attached
I've
to the
ever
clothesline,
liked
give it a
is
slap.
boxed.
Some of them, honestly, genuinely, some box wine can be like absolutely fine.
Yeah.
But there are other factors involved because I was absolutely wasted at Reading.
That does help.
That'll do it.
Yeah.
But I think you can probably make box wine taste. You can basically make Ribena taste like Ribena. There's no reason why you can't put enough chemicals and sweeteners in it to make wine taste like Ribena or good. But the wine itself still be absolutely.
It's still long, compared to a decent
wait,
bottle.
did you just say you can make Ribena taste like Ribena?
Yeah, because
What?
What does that mean?
it means you can make anything taste like anything if
Yeah,
you put enough
if you put
work
enough
and research
shit
and
in
R&D into like the flavorings. And
Right,
Stuff.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's
Yeah.
it. You can make an arsehole taste like an arsehole. Like, I don't...
And you can also
why
make an
not?
arsehole taste like Ribena. So you know it's.
That's true.
Ribena.
We have the technology.
Ribena.
Ooh, do you want to lick my Starburst?
What flavour is it? Sour apple.
Oh, did you have to choose sour apple? Could you have gone for something nice like strawberry or banana or something?
There is
Lemon
nothing.
and
There's
lime.
nothing you want less than any form of crotch area tasting sour. That's just not good.
No,
My
you're right.
anus tastes like bleach, actually.
Especially when you can have the choice to make it taste like anything, you still go for something horrible.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make my balls taste like arsehole, and then my arsehole tastes like balls. But you can have anything.
Anyway, moving on.
Yes. Wine.
Anyway, right. Post Malone's wine.
Yeah. I
we
actually
know-
have some hope for this.
I do as well.
Because
it looks good.
the bottle
looks good.
Yeah, the bottle looks good. It's also French,
A good start.
which is another good start. It is actually from France.
But, I mean,
and
I've
it is
had
and it is a rosé. So
I've had
in
some
general,
okay
they're the
Spanish.
easiest ones to do right.
Because Gary Barlow's was a Spanish wine, and I've had some okay, good Spanish wines, but his in particular was pretty bad. So I'm
It was.
interested to see what this one is like.
Before we do anything,
Yes.
imported by Ian J. Gallo. I bet it's just a Gallo.
Oh, that's okay. I did not read the import thing. That's a bit
Oh.
worrying.
All right, Ellis, do you want to
What's a Gallo?
do you want to get the tasting notes?
I'm getting it up there.
And then you
Gallo is the company that does Gallo wine.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then you can do your fancy voice.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So 1 second. Let me
Can
just,
you bring the bottle in here, Jake? When you
I'll do-
bring
yeah, I'll
mine
pour
in,
myself
'cause
a
I want to
glass.
have a look at it too.
Oh,
So there's a
smells of
nice
vinegar.
there's a nice little twist top cap here, which is quite nice.
So
And I
apparently
noticed it's glass
can't
like the
open.
rest of the bottle as well. It's real fancy.
Yeah, now the worrying thing is that I've just had a quick scroll through the website, and apart from one picture of someone pouring it into a wine glass, all the rest of the stuff is about adding it to something else.
Oh, really?
There's like three massive pictures of a sangria, Rosé Paloma, and a number 9, all of which are cocktails, which include
All the
a
other
wine.
ingredients. to
Right.
right. This is not good looking good. Post Malone.
Yeah, it's
Oh my! They've got a little mini quote from him, and it's just the shittest thing I've ever seen. So this is a direct quote from Post Malone according to his own website. Rosé is for when you want to get a little fancy.
Oh god.
Is that it?
No, that's it. That's literally all it says.
Oh, I thought you.
That's the quote. No, that's
Oh my
literally
god.
the quote.
Okay, I'm just gonna go give Gabby the bottle and her
Well, I
glass.
had a rosé on the weekend, and I was walking in sandals down to the Shales house with blisters on my feet, and then it tasted like arse, and then almost fell in a ditch. So, I mean, I was feeling pretty fancy back then, so I don't know about you guys.
Yeah, nice.
Here we go.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, sir.
Would you like to taste the wine?
Oh, yes, please.
What shorts is he wearing today?
What shorts are you wearing today? Do you want to show?
Just got some blue shorts on.
Nice. I have checkered pajamas.
Say when.
Yep, Alice has pajamas. Oh, look at Alex's fancy wine glass.
Dribbled on me. When?
It's like fucking overflowing. Jesus Christ, that's like all the bottle gone in like one glass.
Did you pour yourself some?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll give me a minute.
Gabby, put it down.
I can. Okay, I
He's
have to sit
overfilled
here
it.
with it. I did it for the memes, and now I regret it.
You did it for the memes, but anyone that's listening to this won't understand.
So what are we supposed to do again? Sniff it?
No. Or do you want the story first? It's a relatively long spiel, but
Oh no, fucking hell. Speedrun it.
no.
In a fancy voice.
Yeah. The 61st Grammy Awards were taking place in Los Angeles the following day, and Post Malone was wrapping up a long day of rehearsals with the Red Hot Chili Peppers at the Staples Center. Dre London rushed to their next meeting, where their longtime friend had introduced them to James Morrissey. James spent the evening describing a vineyard in the south of France, which was producing the most incredible rosé he had ever tasted. Having an affinity for French wine, they talked about how they found themselves and their friends drinking more rosé in recent years, but hadn't found a blend or brand that stood out as their favourite. So, they went out to create a high-quality rosé from Provence that encourages good times and sharing with others. 10 days later, the trio was on the French Riviera, sitting at the winery, sampling grapes. The group fell in love with the liquid, the landscape, and the Mediterranean lifestyle. Working closely with winemaker Alexis Cornu, probably, winner of 15 gold medals and 7 90-plus point rosé wines. The founder spent much of 2019 in between post-sold-out tour dates, travelling frequently to the winery. They tried many grape variants, varietals, ooh, fancy words,
Varietals,
and
eh?
sampled over
Tramping,
50
please.
blends until they developed a new blend of premium rosé they were happy with. Maison Number 9 was born.
Yay, okay. Anything
I
else
just-
you should know?
Hang on, before we do that, I just have to say, I did a quick look up for Alexis Cornu, and apparently, if we go to the second paragraph of his thing, since 2016, this hedonistic as well as talented man has been officiating as cellar director. Like, why would they call him hedonistic?
Well, he's just someone in the pursuit of pleasure, so they're just trying to associate pleasure and
Yeah, I
good
guess.
times with wine.
Maybe he knows who he is.
Also, he has merch for this wine as well.
He has
Really?
merch for the wine.
Yeah,
feel
there's shirts, hoodies, glasses, socks,
Of
terrible
course.
beanies.
Okay.
Pins.
That's nice. Can we try it?
Yeah, go on then.
Are we doing
Do we
it
have
all
to
together
taste-
or all together? Or
Oh,
one at a
just
time?
drink some.
I think we
Do we
should.
have tasting notes or not? What are we looking out for?
No,
Let's
there's no
just
tasting
take a
notes,
sniff
nothing.
and then
We're
a
not
sip.
professionals.
Oh, fuck, I
not the
can't even
worst.
get it to my mouth before it spills.
Eh.
Oh Jesus Christ!
It's better than Barlow's, but
Oh,
Yeah.
like by a country fucking mile
Yeah.
better than Barlow's.
Like,
Holy
I will
shit.
actually finish this bottle rather than just putting it
it's
down the
quite
toilet.
nice.
I think it's just me because my taste buds are fucked anyway. But there's like a meaty aftertaste.
Meaty.
Yeah.
Meaty.
that's a new one.
Well, that's
Okay.
just because my.
What, like a fucking roast beef?
Yeah, I can taste things that other people can't taste in things.
So you're tasting protein.
Good luck if you ever eat a.
Yeah.
Well, I'm hoping that it won't be owned by Post Malone.
Understand.
Never know.
Oh, yeah, if it tastes meaty afterwards,
I
something's gone
actually
wrong.
quite like it, and you know
I don't
what? It
mind
might
it.
be because I did drink some dog shit wine in the weekend, but
You
it's
say
it
dog
doesn't-
shit.
I did drink some dog shit. It's not it doesn't have a violent aftertaste.
No,
Yeah.
it doesn't.
It goes down quite smooth. It's warming. It's not people's cup of tea because Alex doesn't normally drink wine, but I actually think it would have been better if we'd had it immediately out of the fridge. I think we need to do that
Yeah.
next time. Is like
Yeah.
don't get them until we go to drink it.
Yeah, because it's like 40 minutes afterwards.
Yeah, which is not ideal.
No. Honestly, I think it would be better if it was chilled. It's not like warm. It's just not the most cool it could be. You know.
Yeah.
I wouldn't buy it myself, but if someone gave it to me, I wouldn't not drink it.
I
Yeah.
like how, and I think this is going to be a recurring thing with the celebrity wine tasting, is that it's not going to be like, oh, this is gorgeous. It's going to be like is it acidic as fuck? No.
Yeah, basically.
Does it have a horrendous aftertaste? No. Okay, we've got a good one, lads.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, also, for the fact that it's 13 quid a bottle as well, I don't think I would pick this over other stuff that I would regularly buy.
Well, no, because
Yeah,
you probably
no, I
paid
agree.
you probably paid like £5 for the bottle design, and then
Yeah.
I don't know if
8
I've
quid for the
tried
wine.
enough to comment on that yet. Do you know what I mean? I've drank some shit tier wine, but I think I'd like to try more. This is why I'm actually quite interested in this, because it's going to give me a better understanding of what constitutes good alcohol.
Kath and I tend to go for French, Spanish, or Italian between 5 and 7, maybe 9 quid. Usually like at the top end, it'll be one of the sort of fancier bottles that's been reduced down.
Yeah, so we'll tend to go for like the, like Tesco and Asda and stuff like that. They have like their finest or extra special ranges and stuff like that.
Yeah,
so they
those are usually
generally
good
tend
shouts.
to be a bit nicer. We tend to go for those.
Yeah, I think the best one I've had so far that has really surprised me was there's a Romanian white that was. Okay, well, it was like £4.50 when it first arrived
No, it was
here.
like £3 something when
Yeah,
it
and it was
first found it.
insanely good.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, like I have never been as like shocked by it drinking any wine as that. Because you think a £3.50 bottle of wine from Romania, obviously traditionally long time ago, very big winemaking region. But
Yes.
you don't
And blood
think about it
drinking.
as one of the big ones today, do you? You know, and when you say wine, you think France or Spain or Italy. You don't go, yes, Romania.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
fuck me, is it
To be
so
fair,
good?
It's not the only red liquid they drink. Transylvania,
white, Alex.
blood. Yeah,
Yeah, but it's
red
white.
one.
They don't. I haven't had one of their reds. So I had
okay.
white.
Well,
Sorry.
still.
Sorry, just gonna
Vampire!
Oof, your joke. Put that down.
The cap looks like. Do you
A butt
remember those
plug.
wee mushrooms that you used to get in the sweetie shop?
Yeah, it does look like a mushroom sweet. I
Yeah.
agree.
I mean, I know butt plug, but come on, like.
Let's have a bit more
Yeah, guys, we just
Coming
talked
from
about dicks
you.
for the
Imagination.
first
I don't like mushrooms, therefore butt plugs are more acceptable for me.
Understandable.
That's fair.
I
So it
do,
goes like this: butt plugs is number 1.
Yeah.
Mushrooms is number 2. Wine is number 3.
Yeah.
On your list of
No,
liking
mushrooms would
things.
be even lower than the wine.
I do like. I'm a big fan of the fact that it has a capper on it,
Yeah.
even though it is.
The bottle's very cool.
The
I really
bottle
like
is
the
very
like-
cool.
It's like a castle, the cap.
Yeah, it's like a castle, isn't it? If
Oh,
you,
yeah,
lose,
yeah.
if you ever lose a
What do they
castle in
call
your
them?
chessboard, you can
Crenellations.
then
That's the one.
a rook.
Yes.
Just replace the rook with a wine bottle.
Yeah.
Do
There
it.
we go. Knocking over all the pieces on the board. Honestly, I quite like this. The downsides are the aftertaste is just a bit too sharp for my liking, but the actual wine itself, as you're actually drinking, it's actually quite
I
pleasant.
don't think it's got a sharp aftertaste at all.
It's not sharp. It's just a bit sharp.
Oh, sorry.
my liking.
Bit of
For my very refined
pre-production,
palate, I should ask.
or in the middle of production. Could you switch my light on, Jake? Because it's gotten really dark.
I
in
just
here.
I just noticed that suddenly all of a sudden you've got to like
Fading out.
yeah.
It is I, bootleg Bellatrix to the
I'd
Strange.
about to say your Bellatrix energy is coming out.
Oh, there we go.
Oh,
Oh,
there
there
we
you
go.
go. That's better.
Yeah, it's legit
So, yeah.
really nice.
Yeah, I think it's good. I think it's a good wine.
I'm actually really enjoying it.
Yeah, I don't mind it at all.
sure is a joint.
I still wouldn't buy it myself at 30
No,
quid, but I'm just a fucking cheapskate.
Was it
That's
30?
why.
No,
13, 1-3. Obviously, if it was 30, I'd be shitting on this a lot more. But at 13 quid, it's pretty fucking good.
I think I would.
Yeah.
What, you
I
want
I'm
shit
not,
on it
I'm
more?
not bougie enough to spend more than the tenner on a bottle of wine unless it's like Chateau Neuf de Pau or something.
You're going to have to show me what the alternatives are. But I think I would spend this money because I just spent 10 quid on that rosé that I had at the house the other night.
Oh yeah.
And that was bad. That
Yeah.
was... Wait, hold on. What was... And that
But it
was,
was-
properly chilled as well.
But it was a very fancy bottle, and it was like £7.
I think that's what you're
just
paying
detract,
for.
detract like 5 quid if it's got a nice bottle, and then the amount that you're left with is the quality of the wine that you're going to be having.
Okay, so I had... It was called Wise Wolf Rosé.
Do you want a good tip or trick for when you're buying wine?
Don't.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Don't buy ones with brand names.
Oh, what? Just get like Tesco's finest.
No. Just get ones that are like written in French or
Oh,
written in
okay.
Italian or written
Right.
in German.
Ah,
Things
this
like that,
one
because
looks
those
nice.
will be the wines that have come from generally French, German, Spanish, etc. vineyards where they won't translate the name for the English-speaking audience. If you go for the translated
Yeah.
names, things like Barefoot, Gallo, etc., they tend to be the cheap mass-produced dross for people who don't want to look at a
My favourite
foreign
wine.
language.
Hundscheiser wine.
I mean, if you see Scheisse on
wine.
any German wine, don't touch with a barge pole.
Unless it's like hot shit wine, then it might be good.
Yeah, shit.
Yeah.
So I've found that, yeah, basically if you go for wines that have like a brand name or like an especially fancy bottle or it's got
Yeah.
some real like nice marketing on the bottle, generally that's not going to be the best wine.
Yeah, you got a 50-50 chance of it being
Hot
Cheers.
garbage.
garbage or like
So just
vinegar
go
or
for
whatever.
So go for something with it in a traditional bottle, minimal labeling, written in French.
Yeah.
For about like 10 quid, and then you should be good.
Yeah. Pretty much, yeah. Or
Can
like,
we
you know, any of
do,
the,
like,
any of the big regions.
a wine information 101 thing today? Just like, we're going to be tasting a lot of alcohols over the next while, celebrity alcohols, etc. What's the shit we should be looking out for? And like for our audience as well, like, I mean, most people just get wine or whatever and they don't really think about it. Like, that'll do, that's the job. But like, I, as someone who's just a general consumer who used to do it just to get drunk, I don't know anything.
I only know what I know from my mum and from my dad.
Should we go on like a proper wine tasting and like make a vlog out of it?
Yeah.
We could. That could be
Get your mum in to help us with the wine tasting one episode.
She wouldn't until... There's a chance she'd do it next year.
Oh,
once she's retired, but she won't do it at the moment because of...
So she knows quite a bit about wine?
Yeah, she does, yeah.
Well, to an extent. I don't think she'd
She knows more than your average person.
I don't think she'd never class herself as a expert or anything, but then she isn't on much apart from stats.
Maybe you should try an English or UK wine.
I bet it tastes like bollocks.
Nope.
Yeah.
I've had some really
You
good
haven't
ones.
told me what bollocks tastes like.
Salty!
It's like salami that's been in the shower.
It's like salami. I don't know what salami tastes like, to be honest.
Some English wines are great, some are garbage.
Yeah, it's quite a lot in Kent, apparently. I guess it's probably the driest, hottest area of the UK, so that makes sense.
So a lot of the cheaper wines will be made in like South Africa, Australia, New Zealand, South America, although South America's gotten a lot better since I've last had some of their stuff.
I really like New Zealand wine.
The stuff we get over here is
It's not
usually
great.
garbage. It's stuff like Gallo.
Should we move on to the rating of the wine? Because we need to have a little gander at the website as well and laugh at anything that we feel
That's
appropriate
true.
to laugh at. I'm just so Maison number 9
Mason
wine
number 9.
Masado number 1 has an Instagram. It's very pretty.
Have they just basically put majority of their money for the cost of the wine into the marketing?
Well, you
I don't know.
They probably don't need to if it's posty.
Yeah, and the thing is, I reckon they could get away with charging more for this, and people would still buy it.
Yeah, I think so as
But
well.
they
Because
don't.
it's well designed, it's well marketed, and it's obviously got Post Malone's name attached to it, and it's actually nice.
He's got so many tattoos, hasn't he?
Based on the wine so far and the ratings that we're going to give, who do you reckon who do you reckon would win in a fight? Post Malone or Gary Barlow?
Post Malone.
Post Malone 100%.
No, based on the
Are you serious?
wine.
Yeah, still Post
Based on
Malone.
the wine. Oh, still Post Malone.
Post Malone for sure.
If you
I just-
basically,
This is like watching a kung fu master compared to watching me have a cage fight.
Oh my God, Ellis, are you going to fight
I'd be
Elon
Gary
Musk and Mark
Barlow's
Zuckerberg?
wine.
I haven't paid for that.
okay, rating on the website. I mean, it's got him on the front cover of it.
hold on, let me
looking all
look at the
chilled next to
website.
his pool in south of France somewhere, probably.
I think I would, if we're going to do ratings, I reckon a B.
A bit. Oh, you reckon B? Really?
I think so.
Wow.
No, I give it a C.
The second
Nah,
wine in, we've had a B.
Mine's higher.
Really?
Mine's higher, yeah.
Really? Bearing in mind, A is like the second highest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bear in mind,
Yeah,
we're only
it's-
drinking celebrity wines.
We're doing celebrity
alcohols.
wines and it wasn't properly chilled and
we didn't do
the
a fair
price
test.
point and the design of the website and the bottle, all things taken into consideration.
Okay.
He's created a product that, while it is easily consumable for the masses, easily accessible, still has an element of class to it. I feel, though it's not the classiest class, it's still pretty up there. Yeah, I think for me, it's got a higher rating.
What? So what would you go with then? Like an A or?
I would
Are you gonna go S?
I'm gonna go for an A.
Okay.
Knowing that it will probably be averaged out. Kath, why are you going for C?
So I really like the bottle. I'm a sucker for things to do with like occult and tarot and that sort of thing. And the reason for the design on the bottle is due to a tarot card.
Mm-hmm.
But I've still had better wines. I think it's not as much style over substance as Gary Barlow's one was.
Yeah.
I don't feel like it's a like £3 bottle of wine in an £8 bottle, but it's still not that great. I know that there's a lot of other better wines out there.
What's your top tier? Like your top tier wine that you're comparing this to?
It's really
She doesn't know. Neither of us really do wine names. It's usually by
This is nice.
and then
picture of the
by
bottle, 'cause
and
that's all
then
you can
by
remember after getting sloshed.
branding of the bottle or whatever.
Interesting. Okay. Well, okay, moving on then,
Because
Alex.
most of the stuff we drink is also in in a different language.
Yeah.
We don't even,
Where was the
know what
wines
the
that we
name
got
means.
from the delivery place that your mum gets wines from?
Oh, what, Tanner's?
Tanner's.
Oh,
Tanner's
but
wines.
that's a whole different kettle of fish.
They're so good.
Tanner's import from France, Spain, Germany, etc. They don't go to like the big wineries that supply supermarkets and whatnot. They go to the smaller manufacturers that only produce for the local market.
I don't want to be that person, but I am. I'm one of those people, when I have wine, my face flushes, and you can see
I noticed it. Like I noticed it, especially when the camera went dark. Your T spot areas went absolutely bright red. Yeah.
How much have you had to drink, Gabby?
No,
There's like an empty bottle in the background. Doesn't look good.
but like half of the amount. But it's a lot more drinkable than the Gary Barlow one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. Yeah, I'll give it that.
It's
For
so
sure.
much more drinkable. So, I'm going to be the Kath of this episode. Yeah, Alex, okay, so what about you? You hate wine.
Yeah. It tastes
So
exactly
how
the
are you
same.
going to be able to... You have to rate it based off of that, though.
Yeah, it tastes
Yeah.
exactly the same as the Gary Barlow one.
What?
It really does.
So
No.
barefoot.
That
Yeah.
had flavours of fish stew. This one had beef.
Beef or fish?
You got a point. Do you prefer fish or beef, mate?
Honestly, it all just tastes the same to me. The initial taste is like drinking vinegar. Every single wine I've
Alright.
ever had is vinegar. There's no
so we
way
can't
to
trust
separate
you.
them. You can't trust
Okay,
me,
so
but
going
that
off
is-
going off the bottle on the website,
Oh, okay. Right, okay.
That's all you want to
Ignoring
go
the
off,
taste
basically, 'cause
itself. I will be
the taste
honest,
is always going to be barefoot.
I do like the design of the bottle.
Yeah.
The
Okay,
bottle design
good.
is
Check.
nice.
That's
Yeah.
at least
It
a
is
D
good
then.
design.
He knew what the fuck he was doing with that.
And I
Yeah.
actually,
Yeah.
I think my favourite part about it is actually the cap.
Yeah.
It is really cool.
I
Yeah.
like the fact the cap's also glass as well, so the entire thing can be recycled together. Because the cork ones, you can't. They have to be thrown in the main bin. They can't be recycled.
Good job, Post Malone. You
Yeah.
bloody
Bloody
doing
well
saving
doing
the
a good
planet.
job.
Generally,
Yeah.
I actually prefer screw cap
Yeah, not bad.
because at least that's recyclable.
That is
Yeah.
true. Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually think, Alex, you'd probably enjoy the cocktails made of this wine more than the actual wine itself.
Maybe.
Yeah,
Need
probably.
to have a quick
Probably,
look.
yeah.
Looking through some of the cocktail recipes that he has on his website, some of them look really quite nice.
They do.
Um,
they look really good. That
There's one
motherfucker.
Mambo
called Jack
number 9.
Rosé, which is the wine,
Ooh.
lime juice,
Grenadine.
grenadine, which is pomegranate syrup, apple brandy, and then like some lemon peel. That sounds quite nice.
That
Yeah,
sounds
I probably,
fucking
I
amazing.
well, yeah, I probably would like it. if it
At
was
some
in a
point, when we're
cocktail.
super rich and famous, can we hire like a bartender or cocktail maker to come in and we do one of these episodes, but we taste just a bunch of different cocktails?
Hell yeah.
That would
Yeah.
be so cool. I would love to try
I mean,
just
you
a
could
bunch of
probably
different things.
It shouldn't be too expensive to just organise it at a local bar. There's quite a few to
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
But yeah,
And
based,
just
Hire
do
a
them like during the
sommelier
day.
for an afternoon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
based on
All right, Alex,
the-
what's your rating? Go on then.
based on the bottle and the website is much better than Mr. Barlow's. I do have to.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
because he hasn't
Yeah.
got Gary Barlow everywhere, just sipping on the wine and writing his thoughts down and wanking himself off.
But that's
Barlow
what it
wasn't
is.
even sipping it.
I-
He just sat there, but like,
Yeah, you know what?
Yeah, no, you didn't see him drink
It's so
anything.
true, man. Like that, Gary Barlow's website was the wankiest thing I think I've ever like.
It was
read
so
through in my
bad.
life.
It wasn't even a wine website. It was just a Gary Barlow website.
Yeah, yeah.
It's true. Yeah.
Like, I'm not the biggest fan of Post Malone or his music, but I guess I can't really count that. I guess I'd rate it slightly higher than Gary Barlow's wine based on the bottle design and the website. The
Okay,
taste
so what,
is
like a
exact-
D?
What's the lowest tier? Sorry, what?
So
got-
the lowest tier is barefoot.
right, okay, then.
Then is it F or is it F barefoot? I think F might be barefoot.
I don't think we went with barefoot in the end because sometimes, like, someone was drinking barefoot at the party on Saturday.
well, it's also because most people don't. Not most people, sorry. A lot of people won't know what barefoot actually is because that's very specific to UK as well.
Oh, I thought it was just
Yeah.
like it tastes like fucking feet with
No,
like
I thought it was because
toe
people.
fungus.
That's how they used to make wine. They
No,
cracked it
it's
onto
a
their feet.
brand of wine
It's a
like
brand.
Gallo.
Oh, I thought.
Yeah, it's a brand. It's a brand. But I suspect
it.
it's probably the same wine in other regions. But I would imagine they rename it depending on which part of the
Situation.
world we're in.
In
From what I
England, it's
know-
barefoot. In France, it's arse flap.
Nice.
Oh,
It's flip.
fucking
From what I know,
France would
and
not be drinking barefoot.
No.
what I'm
Yeah.
aware of from Posty is he's actually he seems really kind and chill. Like, he's not well, I mean, he might be a bit of a nerd, but he seems just super chill dude who just wants to hang out, make music, and have a good time. So that's what I know about him so far. He's a bit of a nerd at the same time.
Oh, really? Does he like video games and stuff?
Oh my god, his stage name was derived from him putting his birth name into a rap name generator. He literally Googled what to call himself.
That's
And so
amazing.
it's Barefoot
Nice.
EDCBAS.
So yeah, Barefoot's the lowest, then E, then D, then C.
Okay,
E, okay. And Gabby went with an A. Ellis went with a B.
I'm going with a B, but that's. I want to point out that I know absolutely nothing about Post Malone. Literally
Good.
nothing.
We need
I know
it's
he
a
does
fair
music.
test.
Yeah, I know
And
he does
that's it.
music and that's it, yeah.
The only song of his that I know is a cover that Bloodywood did, and they changed the lyrics anyway, so it's basically not the same song.
Well, that's a good fair test then, because you've not been prejudiced
I
against who he is
have
as a
no
person.
skin in the game on who he actually is, or what he does, or how his personality is. But as a wine goes, I would drink. I would actually like. If say okay, here's the best representation I could put. If I was in a restaurant
Yeah.
and I wanted a bottle of wine to go with my food, right, and all the rest of the stuff they had was like, shit like Gallo, Barefoot, etc., all the sort of standard nasty ones, and they had
Yeah.
this, I
Yeah.
would buy this at a restaurant to have with food.
Okay, cool. There you go. And I think I'm also going to give it a B as well, because it was miles better than Gary Barlow's, and that's all we've got to go off.
I'm giving it a C.
So
Yeah, at the
Okay,
moment,
so we've got,
yeah.
so we've got
So we
two
got A,
B's, a
two
C,
Bs,
an A,
C.
and a D.
An
So
E,
technically,
E,
it should be like a
E,
B minus.
E.
Oh, sorry,
Yeah,
an
it's-
E.
I think
it's
it'll
a
be a
B
C.
overall.
It'll be a C overall.
Really? It feels like it should be so much better than a C.
No,
Why
it-
did you give
it-
it an E? Who gave it an E?
Me.
As, Alex,
Alex.
we ignore Alex because we're talking about taste here, and he can't taste wine apparently.
Yeah,
so
well, fucking what the hell? You're saying that it's a
Give
B
me
because...
a different alcohol
I mean,
than
well,
wine.
look,
But
think about it this way.
you're saying that it's worse than Gary Barlow's rosé, which is
No, I'm
objectively
not. I put all of them at Barefoot, but the averaged
did.
out a D.
He did. Well, this averages out a B because if you go, Gabby's an A,
Yeah.
Kath's
Yeah.
a C, so they
Yeah.
negate each other.
So it's a B.
Both
and then
you and
have
I are
one-
at B,
Yeah.
and then we ignore Alex because he can't taste jack shit.
If we're
so it'll
ignoring,
still
so
be
it's
at a
a
B.
thing is, you can't
Okay.
ignore them. That's just then. There's no point me being here.
No, there is, because this is to see you suffer because you don't like
Yeah.
wine.
Oh well, I really hate tequila.
Content.
Oh, we won't do that,
Specifically, Michael Jordan's $1,500 tequila. Yeah, I can't stand that.
Oh, we won't do that one then.
I like tequila.
I actually don't like tequila.
Oh, really?
I would be happy to. I would do spirits if it didn't make me vomit.
See, I'd rather do spirits than fucking wine.
Right, what we're going to do is, what is this going to be? Is this going to be a B or a C then,
I
basically?
reckon
B.
a C.
No, it's a B overall.
I
Definitely.
think it's a B.
I think it's a B overall.
There's definitely a B
Alright.
overall. Majority rules.
Just as like a bit of a tidbit, so Post Malone apparently is hosting a $100,000 game of Magic the Gathering
That's amazing. Let's go.
because he's a massive nerd and also plays shit like Apex Legends, that stuff he's posted pictures of. Yeah, he's a massive nerd as well.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm glad
Thinking of-
we tasted this wine.
The One Ring's been found.
It has.
Oh, what
Has
is it?
it?
What? Are
In
you
Magic the
serious?
Gathering,
So,
yeah.
so Magic put out a.
don't know
If
what's
for those who don't know, Magic put out a Lord of the Ring. They've done a 40k set and a few other sets that are like linked to other fandoms. And they recently did a Lord of the Rings set, and they produced multiples of a One Ring card in English. And they produced a one of one. There is only one in the world. One Ring card with all the old. Is it Mordor's? No, it's Elvis script, isn't it? With and it's all in Elvis. It's all in
It's all
Elvis
written
script,
in
like on the ring.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's finally been found and it's been verified by one of the card collecting
Wow.
things. At the moment, the current bounty for it is $2 million.
So
$2 million.
Is that
Yeah.
guy going to take it up to an Icelandic volcano and throw it in then? or
Well,
what?
we don't know yet. So he hasn't got it. He would just put out an offer for $500,000
Yes.
to do that. But yeah, there've been other offers now for $2 million plus.
Some people just
So
want
I've
too
heard
much
nothing
money,
about
don't
it
they?
since, but it
For a
has been
fucking
found in the last
card.
couple of weeks. So we'll have
Yeah.
to wait and see.
Like,
There's only one Alex, though, in the entire world.
can that guy just pay off my student loan? Do you know what I mean? Like, it's like, you've got too much fucking money, mate, if you're wanting to cut. Like, I'm struggling here.
I know, but there's millions of people with a student loan. There's only one copy of his card.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
So someone worked out the probability of being able to find it. I think it was something like 1 in 350,000 because they were trying to work out if.
Really?
Oh, it might have been even more, but it was high anyway. And they're trying to work out how much money you'd have to spend to like guarantee that theoretically guarantee that you'd get it. Because what you guys may not know is that they only came in these particular legendary booster packs.
Right.
35 quid.
Oh my god.
pack.
Jesus Christ. So hang on, how many packs would you have to open then until you theoretically get it?
It was either 3 million or 300,000. I can't remember.
Fucking hell.
But either
it's
way, it basically adds up to about 12.5 to 13 million quid to make sure theoretically guarantee that you'd pull
get
it. Yeah.
Jesus Christ,
That
that's
is
nuts.
so much. That's just fucking insane.
The funniest thing is...
Oh no, that was it. No, they worked. Sorry, actually, they worked out. It was you're more likely to win the lottery than you were to find the card. I think.
Holy crap!
Really?
But could you imagine if it wasn't someone who kept up to date with Magic and Gathering stuff? So they were opening these packs, they saw it, and they're like, oh cool, and just put it away, and that's it.
Yeah,
it was possible. Yeah.
Oh, this was
what
a
if it
foreign
didn't
language.
sell?
Worthless.
What if it didn't sell?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just sat on like a newsagent shelf for like 15 years.
Yeah. Although a few people I've seen discussing it, I made the right point. I think so. They'd have had to have made it separately to know where it is, to make sure only one had been made, and to know which packets goes in, and they have to track that pack to make sure no one half inches it.
Yeah.
So and they were saying they reckon they'd have sent it to a particularly high turnover store.
Right, full
to
of Magic
make
Gathering
sure
people who would be looking
that
out for
it got picked up, or put it into a bunch of a pile that's going for pre-orders, for example, that have already been bought, to make sure that it actually.
Imagine if,
picked up.
but surely, in my head, what I would have done is if I was working there and I was the one who was in charge of that all, you know where it's being shipped to. You've left a mark on the pack it's in. You know which one it is. You just go there, buy it, and then you flog it for millions. And
there was someone in the US Postal... No, not the US Postal. It was for McDonald's. That was it, McDonald's. When they were doing the Monopoly Monopoly things back in the day. The reason why basically it's now impossible to win the Monopoly prizes. So there was someone who worked on the as a security guard on the printing thing for the little tabs that say, you've won, no, you haven't. He would specifically take certain ones that meant prizes, save them up, give them out to people he knew and family members to get them to cash in, and then they'd pay him back a little bit. And they do it in McDonald's they do it all over the country. And I think he pulled something like 3 and a bit mil.
Nice.
Wow,
my
holy
God.
shit.
That must be highly illegal. Surely.
He got busted finally and got done for it, because it's like
fraud.
Fraud, isn't it?
Yeah.
But
I've just looked at the One Ring. It's not even that good, as a card.
No.
So for those of you who know Magic the Gathering, which might be a fair amount of you.
Yeah.
I thought a fair amount would know what it is.
When the One Ring enters the battlefield, if you cast it, you gain protection from everything until your next turn. Only lasts one turn. At the beginning of your upkeep, that's every turn you take is your turn. You lose 1 life for each burden of counter on the ring. Then you can tap the card, which means turn it sideways, and then you put a burden counter on the One Ring, and then you draw a card for each burden counter on the One Ring. So it's basically costing you life every single turn. You activate it after
It's
and you draw a card.
It's crap. That's sort of how the One Ring works, though.
But the benefit for losing the life is basically just tapping and drawing cards. But there are definitely better cards in.
It's no door to
Magic.
nothingness.
No,
But
It's no Black Lotus.
But you will be at least $2 million dollars richer.
Yeah.
So I guess that's
what's the play cost?
I think I'd rather have the money.
4 colorless.
4.
Yeah, I know. It's not even that good.
Wow.
Still, though, I mean, it's the bragging rights, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, 100%.
I mean, it's
There's
like
only
me
one of
when
them.
I caught a shiny Bidoof the other day.
Yeah, that's all.
Oh god, Bidoof's I've talked to Gabby about this as well. It looked like
Bidoof can
level.
go fuck itself.
You
look
guys
like-
can't even compare to me. Me? I'm on shiny Bidoof level, okay? It's fucking... Get off my dick.
Why does
They look
shiny
like this-
Bidoof sound like a really weird sex position?
Well, Jake did
it's
this
shiny
perfect
Bidoof.
noise that summed up Bidoof in just the most beautifulest way.
Basically, I look at the Bidoofs on Pokemon Go and I go, they look like they genuinely actively enjoy sniffing farts, right?
Yeah, I was about to say they're fart huffers, right?
Guff huffers,
Yeah, exactly.
man.
A bunch of guff
Just this
huffers.
weird moan.
And this is the sound they make when they huff the guff, okay?
Yeah, that's it. That's the one.
It's horrible. We were about to go into the gym, and so I'm like in my gym gear, like, yeah, let's go. And then just Jake's is like in my ear, being like, I'm like, no,
Stop it.
that's
Oh,
too
God.
arousing for
Oh, yeah.
9 in the morning.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
So this is the problem when we have like the alcohol actually turns to be half decent because we can't just rag on it the entire time. That
I know.
cuts out
Yeah.
3/4 of the fucking episode.
Yeah, exactly.
This is
Yeah.
actually
No, I
this
can
is
rag on it for
absolutely
days.
fine.
It's like people tune in expecting it to be terrible. And actually, the segment's like
I
5
mean,
minutes long. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, it's just
I've
pretty
almost
good.
finished my fucking bucket that Jake gave me, so I'm
Yeah.
actually really enjoying it. Shout
I'm
out to
bet
actually
you are.
really fucking wanking.
I fucking love it, mate. I fucking love it.
Nice, look at you alcoholic. It's 11 in the morning. Well, it's 12.
And you know what? I'm so
It's my birthday. I can get pissed in the morning if I want to.
What are you gonna
Yeah, it's
do?
true.
Stop me!
Listen, if the boss is also drinking, at 11 in the morning, it's fine.
I know.
Yeah.
I really hope my Gran's proud of me. Shout out to you, Gran.
Oh, I should be proud.
Day drinking and talking about cogs at 11
Hells
in the morning.
yeah.
Yeah, my
That's
nan
when
would
you've
love
reached
it.
like peak, like life.
Yeah,
No,
I'm
it
getting
really-
paid
really
to
isn't.
drink
Day
wine at
drinking
11
is
in the
not
morning.
Yeah.
Day
Yeah, it is.
drinking is really, really bad.
Yeah, but doing it for your job though is pretty good.
Got a point.
Not that we're professional drinkers. Or
Yeah, I think that's just alcoholics.
Yeah,
Actually,
true.
you know what? Moving on to a separate subject, which I want
Go on,
I
then.
want chat to have a bit of an input on.
Yes.
Jake's
There is no
hair.
chat.
Jake's hair.
We're not streaming.
Well,
She means
sorry
the
for the
comments.
technical difficulties there, Ellis. The comments.
The comments section.
audience.
Actually, that's such an actually thing to say.
Well,
isn't it?
actually, there's no
not
chat
actually
anymore.
a chat. It's more of a comment section if you think about it. Really.
Every one of us has called each other out for saying chat and saying we're on a podcast so far. They may have been edited out every time, but we have all done it, so don't you even try.
Well,
Try
actually,
and
we've
tell
all
me.
done it.
So
So
it's a well actually
Skeletor,
because
sit
you have
down.
all done it.
It's just you, mate, by the sounds of things.
Get
As
fucked.
as far as the audience is concerned, well, actually, yeah, go on. And what's more about my hair?
Well, no, okay, so we're getting to that point where I personally think we're starting to get past the awkward teenager stage. You know, it's a bit longer now. If you've
You
noticed,
sure?
the past 2 days, he hasn't had the headband in, right?
True.
And I think personally, it might be time to go to the hairdressers and get them to tidy it.
Nah, because then they'll cut it all short again.
Well,
and
no,
it'll-
because you go to the hairdressers, not the barbers.
Yeah.
Oh.
And you tell
Yeah.
them you're
Go-
wanting to
go-
grow
You go
it
to an
out.
actual hairstylist,
Yeah.
not a barber.
And what do they do?
And they'll wash your hair in the tub and they will give you the most orgasmic head massage of your life.
What, am I going to walk in there and just
Jizz your
like
pants.
shit everywhere? Oh!
Yeah, literally go to a women's hairdresser.
Honestly, hairdressers, holy shit. I would
Okay.
fuck with them over
Should
and
we-
over. Like, when you go to the actual basin and they get
Yeah.
a conditioner in your hair and they start giving you a proper head massage, it's like, I could just lie back and die.
Honestly,
This is it.
his hair at the minute, his hair and his hairline, it reminds me of Jimmy from At Dead of Night.
Okay.
Game, and I'm going to
I'll
post
have
a
to look it up.
picture. I'll just post a picture for you. There you go.
That's it.
I almost passed out from that one.
Oh.
The thing
That-
is,
Oh,
if you
dear.
did shave the top of your head,
Wow.
Yeah, don't worry about that.
I
Yeah.
can really see you.
So this is
Jeez.
the first thing that came up to me. It's just this. He looks like Bill Nye if he didn't have any hair on top.
Yeah.
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 Oh
If
my
Bill
God.
Nye was a monk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should I give everyone a twirl to see the full, like a 3-dimensional image?
No one
Yeah,
else.
I'm sure the
People-
listeners will love that.
Yeah, the listeners can't see
Well,
it.
just do some hold music.
Just
do some hold music.
Your chair's in the way.
I'm rotating round.
It is getting pretty long, actually, to be fair. It's down below his collar line.
Yeah.
It is a bit mullety, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, got a bit of a... It is a bit marty, you're right.
It's a bit mullety.
But then if I put it in a ponytail, it'll look something like this.
Oh, that is not... That's not a good look.
You look like a French aristocrat from the 1700s.
Yeah, you look like you got one of those powdered wigs without having a powdered wig.
Oh, bless.
No, you know what he looks like?
For the
He
li-
looks. No, he looks
Go on.
like someone who's gone for the pirate's lifestyle, but he has no idea what the fuck he's doing.
Yeah.
And he'll just...
Hello, sir. I'm here to serve.
I'm here to sail the 7 oceans. What?
I'm ready to find some treasure.
Yeah, exactly.
Tally ho!
I don't know what's going on with my hair. It will make itself evident what's going to happen.
Why are you
I
But maybe I
quite
should go
like
to the
the
hairdressers
length.
to get it
Like
done.
Why are
yesterday
you
when you
growing
didn't have the headband on, I was like,
Oh, hello there.
okay, it's been like 2 months, but is that my boyfriend back?
Yeah, but why are you growing it again?
I don't know, just because I'm lazy.
Well, no, you
So
just
why are you
wanted to-
scared of getting it cut?
Well, I'm not scared.
It just, yeah, he just spent time growing his hair out. So the last thing you want to do is go to the barbers and then like lop off for like half an inch or something. And it's like,
yeah,
well, that's
exactly.
like great. That's 3 weeks worth of fucking growth
Yeah.
down the drain.
It was
Yeah.
meant to be one last hurrah before he goes bald.
But then I'm like, oh, this is good. This is me. Yeah.
I want you to have it lengthwise to look like Mr. Darcy, and then you give me a big romantic spiel in the rain.
Kurt Cobain.
Yeah.
And in lifestyle,
Oh, yeah, that's the one.
Hot take: don't like Nirvana.
No, neither.
Yeah,
not
that's
really.
fine.
Don't like Nirvana. Don't get it. Don't get it. Appreciate
Just
the fact that it was big.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get it.
I did go through a big Nirvana phase at one point, but yeah, I can understand where you're coming from on that.
I don't think I'd be
How's
able
that?
to name a single
Cause
song.
tonight'll be the night that I will fall for you.
That's
Jake is,
Kath.
Jake is just in the process.
I don't even know what that song's from. They reference it all the time, but I have no idea what it is.
It's a TikTok thing. Tic Tacs are sweets.
They're not
that one.
sweets.
Do you guys remember the orange Tic Tacs?
Oh yeah, they're good.
Oh, I used to fucking shovel them back.
Yeah, they were so.
Oh, the orange and
14,000
lime
numbers.
ones.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it just I would get ulcers on my tongue. This is the mint and
You can
coke
still get them,
conversation
I
all over
think.
again. Can you?
Yeah,
Don't think
sure
so.
you can still get them.
Did you guys have like a sweet or a thing when you were younger that you just got fucking hooked on and you would just
Yeah.
like IV drip that shit into your
Fucking love
veins?
it.
Gummy bears.
Oh, gummy bears. Yeah.
I used to get the hang on.
Gold
I used to get, like,
bears.
I think they called it like grape tape or something, and it was like a tape of like grape flavored
Yes. Oh my god, that
stuff,
stuff.
and it was like
good.
it was like rolled up in a thing,
know
and
what
you
you
buy
mean,
it in
yeah,
like a
yeah,
little
yeah.
like you'd buy it in like a little hockey puck size
Yeah.
What are
container.
they called?
What I used to do.
Wine gum.
Wine?
No,
wine
not-
something.
No,
Fruit
no.
Wine, not
winders.
wine gums.
Winders.
I'm sure
Yeah,
it's-
winders.
That's it, fruit winder.
Are they winders?
Yeah,
That
fruit
was
winder.
what they're called. If that's what they're called here, anyways, winders.
I'm pretty sure it's fruit winder. Yeah, it's fruit
oh,
winder.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're fruit
okay.
roll-ups in the States.
Essentially, it's a bit like that, but it was a purple one that I used to have. Anyway, what I used to do is take it out of the container that I have, and then bite into it sideways.
Yeah, oh,
instead of
yeah, yeah.
unwinding
You
it.
absolute sociopath.
Do you guys remember? I can't remember what they're called. But do you remember how sad is our existence? Do you remember when in the 90s those sweets that used to look like cigarettes?
Oh,
Yes.
yeah,
And
yeah,
because
yeah.
all
Yeah.
of
And
your
you get-
parents fucking smoked, you used to get them from the ice cream man from the little van or something like that, or the tuck shop, and you go around and be like, "Look, guys, I smoke," and you're
Yeah.
like fucking 5.
Yeah, the white candy chalk sticks.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they had to
Yeah.
like they were like what was it?
got banned.
Was the government or something were like, no, you can't do that, and you needed to remove the red tip, so it was just white.
Yeah, and then they just removed the white ones. You can't get the white
Yeah,
ones.
you
anymore.
can't. They're a thing anymore.
But you
Yeah.
get
Yeah.
like Batman stickers in them or something.
Yeah, I remember Spider-Man ones at one point.
Yeah.
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 Jeez.
My heart. Okay, I have some bones to pick with adults.
Okay.
Right.
What was the entirety of
The
humanity?
whole of adults. Why?
That's us.
Yeah, fuck
my
us.
God.
Because why do we reach a certain age, right, where they go, hey, all that fun shit, you're not allowed it. Do you remember, like, Spider-Man and your plasters or your Band-Aids? Not allowed it. Not allowed it anymore.
Yeah.
Playgrounds for kids only. You're not allowed to swing from the monkey bars. Like, fuck you. What? Bath toys?
I think the playground ones is fair because I don't think they want random adults hanging around where children play.
Yeah.
I
can
know,
understand
you
that
fucking idiot, but why don't they have adult playgrounds?
They do.
They do.
Where?
They're called gyms.
No, they do. You just gotta,
The same.
they do have them. I've
It's-
seen them before. I've been to
Where?
one.
Would you
just
actually
gotta find them.
in a playground? And play?
So sometimes I know that there are places. I think there's a place near us actually.
Yeah.
It's basically like a trampoline park that has loads of obstacle courses and stuff as well.
It's adult
but-
soft play.
Yeah, it's soft play, but adults go there in the evenings or like on weekends and stuff.
They have a
in the
small
night
bar.
time, they have like a slot for adults to go.
Do you have to
Yeah,
pay?
they open a little bar.
What
and
is it
everything.
called?
You have to pay.
Yeah, so
There's one in
I think
Swansea.
I think what Gary's saying is that playgrounds, you don't have to pay to go in. They're just there.
No.
Can you imagine if it was still socially acceptable on your lunch break if you were like, oh, you know what, I just feel like playing on the monkey bars, and then you go back in and do your stocks and shares trading with your client. Do you know what I mean?
There's a reason for this, Gabby. That most of us don't want to do that.
I do.
Oh, I'll have a go.
I wanted to.
I'd like fuck about on my day off, but if I'm in the middle of like work, the last thing I want to do is go and jump on the monkey bars and get all covered in sweat.
It makes me sad because can you imagine, like, you're in your shitty job, a client has been an absolute wanker to you, and then you just go out into the playground and you go down a
Just
slide.
the joy of going to the playground.
It's hard to be angry at the world when you're on a swing. Do you know what I mean?
I feel sick on swings.
Yeah, same actually. So
You feel sick on swings.
Yeah,
We used to live really close to like a play park and stuff like that, and my friends and I would literally get drunk at like 11 o'clock at night, like just drinking at home, and then just go to the park
Yeah, see,
and go play on the swings. No one can judge you at 4 a.m.
without, you know.
It's a weird thing for a 7-year-old to do, Cal.
I mean, the thing is, you can. There's nothing stopping you from doing that.
Yeah.
But it's
The
a
law.
social thing, isn't it?
I've walked past the park like that's close to us on the way to town, and there's been some properly like middle-aged women having the best time of their fucking lives on the swings.
Yeah.
So one time, Jake and I went out to the pub with his mates, and I got knackered halfway through, and I was like, look, I need to go home. I'm falling asleep. So I was like, I'll catch you later. I went on the bus, and on the way back from being out, I went past that park that Jake was talking about, and I shit you not, there was like a 50-year-old man with like a 7 to 8 foot long python wrapped around his shoulders.
Are you sure
like
it was
some kind of feather boa?
Oh, Alex, no.
What did you say?
Are you sure it was a python?
Oh, for fuck's sake, man. God fucking damn it.
This is why we can't have nice things, Alex.
What was he doing in the park with a 7 foot long snake?
Maybe feeding it. I don't know.
What, eating children or something? Okay, so what's this week's Wikihow?
Well, it's the one that was from the week before and the week before.
Oh, so we're 2 weeks late on the Wikihow.
Yeah, it's been a while.
So what should we do? Should we do this one here?
It's the how to avoid being a weeb. Oh no, sorry, not a weeb.
A weeaboo.
Specifically a weeaboo.
Yeah.
And there is a difference.
Okay, Ellis, please educate us.
So
What
if
is
you
a weeb?
self-classify as a weeb, it means you're in generally, as a jokingly sort of way, it's like liking anime and liking certain bits of like Japanese stuff.
Yeah.
A weeaboo is someone who makes their entire life
Based
is
around
that.
Right,
Their
okay, yes.
personality, their life, everything. is-
Daisuke desu.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's terrible Japanese put in places where it's completely inappropriate. Everything is anime related. Everything they like won't eat anything other than Japanese food. They will espouse that Japan is like the greatest thing in the world and there's nothing wrong with it, etc., etc., etc.
Right, should we go through the list then?
So the whole weeb thing has become like a way to take back from people who were. So you just take the piss out of people who like this sort of stuff.
Right.
So people will now self-identify as a weeb, but will still avoid the full weeaboo because that's like that's the proper
like,
sweaty.
Never go full weeaboo.
Yeah, that's
it's like
the
we
proper
like in
sweaty
trains.
nerd.
I'm indifferent to trains, but I don't love them or dislike them.
No, it's not like
No,
that
because you love
do
trains.
evidently like trains.
What?
Okay,
moving
so-
on. Let's do
I
this.
can't even spell train.
Got to flex on my Japanese as well.
Oh, okay.
There's nothing wrong with being passionate about Japanese animation or comics, frequently referred to by Western fans as anime and manga respectively. However, many admirers are hesitant to admit their appreciation, fearing association with a subculture that is commonly referred to online as weeaboo. The term weeaboo ultimately derives from the phrase wannabe Japanese, which itself is often shortened in online communities to Wapanese. In principle, there is nothing wrong with joining a subculture, but if this is one you'd rather not take part in, there are always ways to differentiate yourself.
I'm sorry, but Wapanese, just WAP is not where I'm going with that. I'm going somewhere else with WAP.
Yeah, but I think this is probably written before that song was a thing.
Potentially.
Oh, no, not Ellis.
Yeah, they knew what they were doing.
Oh, no,
maybe they
they
put
know
that.
then.
Maybe they put that in
breaking
there.
free of weeaboo habits. Firstly, do not use weeaboo language. This is very important. In any group environment, there are factors that encourage cohesion and indicate member status. A major indication of a weeaboo in your midst is the use of broken and incomplete Japanese in casual conversation, often emphatic or over-dramatic ways. Yes, very true. Using Japanese ungrammatically can be culturally insensitive, hinder communication, and create difficulties should you choose to learn a language in the future. Some expressions appropriated by the weeaboo community include... Now, the first one, I don't agree with.
Oh, right.
This has actually become standard lexicon across a lot
kawaii?
of people. Kawaii.
Kawaii. What kawaii?
It's a
Kawaii.
because it's not only a Japanese word, but it's also a form of fashion.
Yes,
Oh,
it
I
is a form of
see,
fashion.
okay.
I can understand that. I'm sorry. But can we just... The guy...
Looks like
So-
Ellis, yeah.
On the picture where the girl is saying kawaii, that guy's eyebrows.
Holy
Yeah.
shit.
His eyebrows are written in cursive.
Yeah.
Those are eyebrows of judgment right
Oh,
there.
yeah,
Like, they are the
100%.
bendiest eyebrows I think I've ever seen
I
in my
can't
life.
even do that. Can
Or is
anyone
it-
make their eyebrows go that
No.
high?
It looks like a slug is
What, like that?
crawling across his face.
Yeah.
Yes, but on both sides.
Oh,
That's
no, I
like
can't-
a villain
Oh, I guess-
eyebrow. It's like you've taped the arch all the way back to your neck. He's so
I
disgusting.
can only raise the one eyebrow.
So other words are desu.
No.
No, don't,
Right.
Jake, don't.
So
It's
fucking-
Japanese. Don't.
Right.
Oh, sorry.
So it's
Was
whatever
that-
your
was that not
English
right?
statement is, plus des, because the U
Oh.
is unpronounced. Unless you're a complete cock, and
And you
then you'll
pronounce it
add,
like
then
Jonk.
you'll like Jonk up there, who will then
Hello.
say, desert?
Wouldn't that make him a true weeaboo then?
No, because a true weeb wouldn't want to say the U because that's not correct.
But a weeaboo would.
Well, I don't know. I'm not.
Okay.
I haven't met any, so I can't say.
Right. Okay.
But
Right.
so the example here is you have you have English with a Japanese adjective and then with des on the end. So for example, I passed that exam. You know, I'm kakoi des, and kakoi is cool.
Oh. Okay.
Adding the suffixes at the end of names like kun and chan. Don't do that. Just don't.
Yeah.
You're not Japanese. Don't do it.
Gabby-chan, Kath-chan, Jake-kun, Ellis-kun.
Baka, which means stupid, idiot,
Jake,
etc.
Is
So
that
Jake.
just stupid? Because I got very confused about that.
Baka is like, stupid, idiot, fool,
Yeah,
that
moron.
sort of thing.
Any of those words. Then there's sugoi, which is wow,
Sugoi.
amazing, that sort of thing.
Sigoide!
Yeah. Chibi, short, small.
Like Jake's
Is
penis.
it chibi or chibi?
Chibi.
So little cursory side thing with Japanese or these other languages. They use all their letters are double. Nearly always, it's two letters of ours.
Right,
So
okay.
all of their characters are double letters. So
Well, we
if
know.
you're trying to work out how to pronounce something, you need to split it up into multiples. So, for example, with kawaii, it's ka-wai-i, kawaii. Ne is the next one, which is you add that at the end. It's like an ending thing. So you go like desne, which is like that's right, isn't it?
Disney.
Yeah. Don't do that.
Nani.
Nani, which
We
is
need
what?
to keep Nani.
Nani desu ka?
I mean, I think I disagree with that being a weeb
Nani?
because that's because it's said
Nani?
ironically. So it's I would
But
say
you
that's
know
fine
people
to
who
throw
run in those circles will probably say it. It depends
Yeah.
on the level of outsider that you take to this cultural
Yes.
situation.
Yeah.
Because if you are so far removed from that cultural understanding,
Yeah.
let's say you're from
If you're
like,
not on the
South
internet.
America and
Yeah.
you've got no idea, you would class any of that as
weird,
weeb, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never heard anyone use shinderu before.
That sounds like something someone screams in anime.
And then the final one they've got down is ohayo, which is good morning. But you could
gozaimasu.
throw konnichiwa, you could throw konbanwa in there, or any of those other sort of greeting terms. So next, do not abnormally prioritize things that are Japanese. This is very true. There are many positives to joining a group or subculture, but in-group bias is not one. The automatic assumption that Japanese products are superior to others can be self-isolating and/or a mild form of delusion. Self-inquiry is a good way of diffusing weeaboo tendencies. If you can't identify the reason why something is better, chances are your preference is a matter of taste.
And you're probably a weeb.
And you're probably a weeb,
Weeaboo.
yes. Some questions to ask yourself, why do I like this Japanese product? What is different between the Japanese product and a similar non-Japanese product? What makes the Japanese product better than a similar non-Japanese product? Is this Japanese product really that better?
Right, can we just talk about the picture?
I know. I was gonna say, what the fuck is that?
It's a body
It's
pillow.
Ellis with his fucking body pillow.
Oh, is it a
Oh,
body
is that
pillow?
a
I thought
body
it was just
pillow?
like
Yeah,
a
yeah.
small Japanese child.
No, it's a body pillow.
That's a body pillow.
Which
I
I
was
would
gonna
like
say-
to point out that I have actually not bought myself a single bit of like
Yeah, but you own
anime
one, though, don't
merch
you?
ever. All of my like booby stuff has come from fucking Jake and Gabby.
Okay, no, you're fucking lying.
I'm sorry.
What is
You
that?
went and bought a waifu fucking graphics card
It's
and
not
imported it from
booby.
the US.
That's the only thing that I have
but-
bought.
but you've got a fucking light up titty woman on your computer.
Kath got that for me.
I did buy that for him.
I have not bought any. The only thing I bought myself is the waifu graphics card. That's it. Everything else has all been bought by
What
other people.
about the games that you play?
Alright, that's fair. I can't argue with that.
There you
Those are
fucking
full
go.
animated.
Merchandising then. Merchandising, I'll say.
And what about the lifelike sex doll that I found in your wardrobe last week?
Don't talk about Kath like that.
Wow.
Oh!
Ellis!
We're going there today,
Shots
apparently.
fired, but not
Oh,
right.
God.
My birthday! Don't be a bitch!
Happy birthday
Day.
to you.
Right, no, next one.
Love you.
How many of these are?
Joke.
Oh my god, it's
No.
like a fucking.
There's a
novel.
lot.
Right, someone else read the next one.
Okay, I'll do the next one. Do not alienate yourself through your choice in clothing. Dress code and other social conventions telegraph group members to others.
You just misread the entire thing.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did. Just read it slowly.
Dress code and other social conventions telegraph group members
Membership.
to others. What the hell does that mean? To telegraph a group membership to others?
Yeah, to telegraph which membership group you are in. Say, for example, if I
I've
wear
never heard
a
of that
band
before.
T-shirt and shit, I'm obviously in the metal group.
Oh, I see. Okay. There are socially appropriate places for you to express your interest by wearing the same costume as your favorite character, like at an anime convention. Choosing daily clothing styled after anime characters is in many cases the hallmark of a weeaboo.
I know we're
True.
ripping the piss, but it is good advice.
That is
Like, if
very
you-
good advice.
If you walked into town wearing like some kind of leather trench coat with, you know, Matrix glasses and a cigar, you're gonna
Everyone's
have
gonna
a
look at you
hard
and go,
time making friends.
Yeah, you should be like, wow, that guy's a cock.
But alternatively, you might find your core group of friends are exactly who you're looking for. So, I mean,
Yeah.
you know.
That's true.
All right, so the point here is the most important one. My God, my brain, I cannot remember what those little dots are called.
What little dots? You mean the suspenders?
Like a thought bubble?
No, on number 3, underneath text.
Bullet point.
A bullet point.
Bullet point. Fuck me, yeah.
I know,
Jesus, my brain
to
just
start taking a
shat
mega
the
right.
bed.
Yes.
So this is quite an important thing. If you want something, just add a single accessory or something. Like
A body
people
pillow.
who can't see online, but I'll speak about it. I have the Cloudy Wolf earring from
I have
Cloudwares
some-
in Final Fantasy VII.
I have some anime titty earrings that no one can see.
I thought Cloud was a little bitch and I didn't like him.
Ooh, shots fired.
Shots
You
fired.
wash your whore mouth.
Something called Cloud.
No, because it like made me feel dirty. No, I preferred what's his face? Who was the one on PSP? I didn't play many of the Final Fantasies. Zach. I liked Zach because he was just like, haha, yeah. And I know he's the reason why Cloud ended up being as depressed as fuck as he was. But my God, the brooding. Jeez, I mean,
He is a broody
brooding
little
was-
bitch, I'll give you that.
He's so fucking broody.
Yeah, but I think out of every character in the world, he has the right to be a broody little bitch. I mean, the man has literally been stabbed multiple times, watched his hometown burn down, been genetically experimented with, and then had his best mate die in his arms.
Yeah.
And doesn't have real memories.
Yeah.
But it also makes it really
Spoilers.
difficult to then build an attachment to that character.
I know,
Then
'cause
again-
the attachment you build is through, like, empathy.
But it may empathy.
Yeah, I'm a broody bitch as well, so, you know, it
Don't
works
you mean
quite nicely.
sympathy? I mean, you haven't been stabbed multiple times.
Sympathy. Yeah, sympathy. Sorry.
Oh, I'm really empathetic about your stabbing. And to prove a point, I'm going to stab myself in the same place you've been stabbed.
No, but I mean, I'm probably not the best person to ask about this because I had issues with Elizabeth in Bioshock, so.
Yeah, you do. Yeah.
Okay, so the next one. Do not neglect your authentic self. You can meet new friends and boost your creative capacity through role-playing specific characters and fantastical scenarios.
Daddy.
But don't let this come at the cost of your own development. Pretending to be something you are not, even if you are emulating something you admire, can lead to a mismatch between your outer self and inner feelings and cause potentially extreme consequences.
This is such a common thing in Japan. They actually have a term for this.
Oh,
Do they?
really?
It's chuni.
Oh.
Ooh.
Which is in general, it's people who pretend they have powers and things like that, like from
anime.
and manga.
Like when you're 5 and you're trying to go full Super Saiyan.
Exactly, yeah. But they fully,
I will use the phone!
they'll fully act it out.
I think we just call them mental.
Come on, do you not remember being like 5 and trying
Yeah,
to go
no,
Goku?
but these are people who will do it like at high school.
At the age
yeah,
of 23.
There was a few kids
Yeah.
in my high school who used to do that. They'd
Yeah.
been like going Super Saiyan.
Were
in the
you one of
playground,
them,
and I was
Jake?
like,
Were you one of them?
No, I wasn't, because it kind of scared me a bit, actually.
Oh, little Jay.
I was
What,
like,
in
"Fucking
case
hell,
it
these guys-"
worked?
Yeah, these guys are going to bloody explode in a minute. I'm going to get away from them.
So then there's educating yourself to try and sort of fix it. we can sort of speed through these. It's pretty obvious.
Yeah.
Watch Japanese documentaries. You could actually ignore that and just watch a load of the series on YouTube where they have interviews with people who are Japanese. You'll get a very quick idea of actually.
Is
how
it in
rough
Japanese
can
or
be.
English? Because I can't speak.
A lot of them will be in Japanese but with subtitles. Take a course in East Asian studies. Well, I mean, yeah, but you could just take a course on Japan rather than East Asia's a very, 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 very large area with
a lot of countries.
like probably 150 countries or something like that. Like, if you're trying to avoid being a weeb, learn about Japan, not like Taiwan.
It's specifically to Japanese, right? Culture.
Definitely, yeah. It's very, very specific. Invest in books on Japanese society. I mean, that's the same. It's basically saying the same thing as watching the documentaries. It's basically.
But
Weebs tend to get focused on anime and manga and like the entertainment side of Japanese stuff, and that's where they get all their stuff from.
But if you have books in your house and people notice them, it gives you bragging rights to show you tried. So even if you don't read them, you look better.
True. Yeah, true. And then the fourth one is study different cultures, learn a foreign language to basically like pull yourself away from Japanese stuff. But I mean, sure.
Question:
because you're learning
if
Italian.
I cook Japanese food, am I a weeaboo?
Yeah, I know, right?
Of course not.
So basically, the weeaboo is like the only thing you need to do is just not be obsessed.
Well, there you go.
Like, I feel like some weeaboos kind of like are borderline like offensive sometimes in the way that they kind of try to use the Japanese language and stuff like that.
But that comes in obsession. Just don't get obsessed. Like, you're not Japanese. Don't think you are. Don't act like you are.
Do you know what my favorite is? Is like people who get tattoos or shirts that have translations on them that make no fucking sense in the language that they're written in. So like, when you go to Asia and you get like a tourist shirt and it's just like, I heart dolphin murder, and everyone's just like, yay! But then you get the same in
so
like
cultural.
The amount of bad tattoos I've seen for like Japanese, for example, and they end up saying something like roast pork or katsu.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bruh, what do you think that means? They're like, strength and might and courage. And I'm like, you've literally got barbecue pork written on the album.
Okay, wait, so before we wrap up though, really quickly, final result on the wine.
Oh, it was a B.
Go for a solid B.
Yes.
Solid B.
Okay. I think
B for
actually, you know what, all
bullshit.
things considered, a good job was done here.
Yes.
Yep.
A good job was done, and I'm pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, I was
I finished mine,
genuinely
so-
really surprised.
I shouldn't have, but I've also finished mine.
Fucking finished mine. It's great.
I'm going to go and give this away.
You see, I was
Send it to me, mate.
when the Gary Barlow one turned out to be Spanish, I was like, oh, okay, I actually have some like decent hope for this because Spanish wines generally
Quite good. Yes.
And I drank that, I was like, wow, this is fucking garbage. and then Post Malone's turned up. I was like, oh, it's from France. Like, wait a minute, no, crush those expectations.
Yeah. Now, all in all, I think good job, Posty.
Yep.
Shout out to you, my guy.
Yep,
It was a good hoon.
Good.
Shout out
If you
Post
want
Malone.
to come on the podcast at any point, just hit up with a DM.
Come hang out with
You'll be able to
us.
squeeze us in
I don't
with
know who you
worldwide
are
tours.
really, but
Yeah, neither do I, but sure.
about
I
happy
fucking
to.
do.
We weren't about to pay you anything, but
Yeah.
it'd
just
be a
do
bit
it.
of a
Just
laugh,
do it
wouldn't
for the vine.
Yeah. Imagine that Post Malone coming on here, half of us don't know who he is, and it'll just be like having a chat with just a random person on here. Like,
Yeah, mate. Come hang out.
no,
We'll give
the
you a
gathering
tour of
or-
England.
No,
Yeah.
I mean, come on, we know of him.
yeah, of course.
Yeah,
Like,
Yeah,
I
Posty,
don't-
come over. We'll take you to Scunthorpe.
Do people call
Nice.
him Posty? Is that just your pet name for him now?
Me and
think
Posty on
Posty's fine.
first name terms.
That's not fair.
Ask him, and he'll be like, yeah.
Okay, right, well, we
Yeah,
can ask him when he
sure.
comes on the podcast.
I really wish he
Alright.
named himself after Postman Pat.
Right.
All right.
Calling it.
Thanks very much
Yeah.
for watching, everybody, or listening. Do subscribe on the YouTube channel if you're not already to search for Worst Premade Ever Podcast, and go follow us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts as well. Thanks very much for listening and watching. We will see you next week on Wednesdays. Oh, it's released on Wednesdays now, not Tuesdays. Sorry,
We should
forgot
probably
to
do a
say.
social post.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
probably should do.
Yeah, we
You should
should.
probably let people know. That's a good idea.
Oh, they'll figure
Yeah,
it
might
out
be a good idea.
because it's come out on a Wednesday now, so people are like, oh, it's probably a Wednesday. Anyway, see you next time, everybody.
Yeah, bye.
See you. Bye.
Bye.